Hello, welcome to this 30-minute moderate workout requiring only your mat and a Pilates ball or a pillow if you don't have a Pilates ball. It is pregnancy safe, but it's also a fun one to do if you're not pregnant. So let's get started. We're going to start with a forward fold to a half lift. So feet hip width apart, soften through the knees, coming forward with a nice straight back, reaching towards the ground, seeing if you can touch your fingertips to the ground. And then we're going to roll forward, relaxing through your back, bending your knees as much as you need to, and let your body sway side to side. Coming up again into a halfway lift, so bend through the knees, shoulders away from ears, flattening through your back. Nice and long through your back, as though someone's pulling your head with a string up towards the corner where the roof meets the wall in front of you, and then your tail where the other wall is behind you, and then we'll slowly melt down into a forward fold. Let's do one more here. Nice and long through that back. And then forward fold, walking our hands out into our downward facing dog, stretching one calf at a time. In this position, seeing if you can bend your knees into a knee hover. And then reaching up once more into a downward facing dog, stretching that tail up towards the roof. Shoulders away from ears. Coming forward into a knee hover once more. And reaching our tail up towards the roof. Let's do 10 more. 9 of these. 8. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lowering to the ground, knees nice and wide, coming into your child's pose. Let your body sway side to side. Elbows to the ground now. Bringing your shoulders above your elbows. And we're going to reach one leg out behind you and then crunch it up beside you, bring it up towards your shoulder. Reach that leg out behind you once more and then crunch it up beside you towards your shoulder on the same side. We're going to do 15 on each side here. Nine to go. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Straight into the other side. So we'll reach your other foot back behind you and then crunch that knee up towards the same shoulder to the side. 14, 13, gentle chin tuck, shoulders away from ears. Pushing the ground away with your elbows so that your shoulders are not becoming friends with your ears. I've got 8, 7, 6, 5, almost there, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Grab your ball, coming into a kneeling position. Give your shoulders a roll into high kneel. Let's allow your lower rib cage to melt down towards your belly button. Squeezing your glute muscles to keep you in this position. draw those shoulders away from your ears, and we're going to hold the ball out in front of you here. Let's lean back as far as we can before we fall backwards, and then come back up into high kneel. Lean back, 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 control through those tummy muscles, and then come back up to high kneel. We're going to go for 15 here. Breathe out with effort. 14. 13. 12. 11. 10. 9, almost there. 8. Keep breathing. Relax the jaw, relax the shoulders. 5. 4 more. 3. 2. And 1. Bending your hips, squeezing, tucking your tail between your legs, squeezing your glutes, and reaching that ball out in front of you. So we're going to do some kneeling squats now. Flex the hips, flex the elbows, and then squeeze into extension. Let's do 13 more. 12, 11, 10, 9, tuck that tail between your legs. 8, squeeze those bottom muscles. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Give your shoulders a bit of a roll. Give your hips a little bit of a wiggle. And we're going to push straight into our downward facing dog. In this position, I'd like you to see if you can reach one hand to the opposite foot and then come to high plank. Reach the other hand to the opposite foot and then come to high plank. Breathing out with effort. We're going to go for 10, 10, 9, 9, 8, 8, 7, 7. Push through. 6, breathe. 5, 5. 4, 4, 3, 3, 2, 2, 1, 1. Coming down into child's pose. Allow your forehead to reach the ground and give your shoulders a roll. Relax your jaw. Coming onto your elbows once more now. We're going to lift one knee out to the side and we're going to pulse. So see how high you can get that knee out to the side. 20 to go. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, switch it up, other side. Halfway. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, get that knee higher. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back to the first side, reaching behind you this time. Let's reach our opposite hand overhead. If you would like to know whether or not you are doing a good job at stabilizing with your core, you can put the ball or pillow on the small of your back. And we're going to do this exercise that I love to do called landing in Wellington, named by myself. Reaching opposite arm, opposite leg, out to the side as far as you can for 10. Keep that core on so that you don't lose the ball on your back. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. See if you can keep the ball on the small of your back as you switch sides. For our 10 landing in Wellingtons on the other side, reaching opposite arm, opposite leg, out to the side as far as you can for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, the further the better, 5, don't drop the ball, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. You can lower the ball down to the ground now. Coming into kneeling, give your shoulders a roll. Let's interlace our fingers and scoop our hands up above our head into a back bend, looking up towards your hands. Windmilling our arms down by our sides. We'll do 2 more of those, please. Interlacing your fingers, scooping your hands up above your head, looking up towards your hands. Windmilling your arms down by your sides. And 1 more for luck. Interlacing your fingers, scooping up towards the roof. Taking your gaze with your hands. And then windmilling your arms down by your sides. Let's bring our elbows down to the mat once more here. We're going to come into a dolphin pose, which is our downward facing dog on elbows though. This is a really good one for neck pain and any shoulder issues. So, high plank on elbows, reaching then your tail up into the sky. Bend your knees as much as you need to. Relax your jaw, shoulders away from your ears. And in this position, we're going to reach one heel up towards the roof, and then we'll crunch it towards your shoulder. Similar to what we were doing at the start, reach your heel up again towards the roof, and then crunch it towards your shoulder. Let's do 3 more on this side, and then we'll swap sides. 2 more. Last one. Into our dolphin pose once more. Reach your other heel up towards the roof. Crunch your knee out to the side towards your shoulder on that same side, and then reach that heel up towards the roof once more. 3 more. 2 more. 1 more. Now we're onto our side plank, my all-time favorite exercise. So elbow down onto the ground, bend those knees, let's lift your hips up off the ground, really pushing through your elbow on the lower side to keep your shoulder away from your ear. And we're threading the needle here as far as you can, through, and up. If you would like a little bit of extra challenge, you can thread the ball. So hold the ball in your top hand and threading it through and reaching up. We're doing 10 on each side. We've done a few already, so we've got about 8 left on this side. Keep breathing. 7. Relax your jaw, push through that elbow, shoulder away from ear. 3. And I hope everybody who's doing this is smiling because it's such a good exercise for you. Good pain. It's always good pain. All right, swapping sides. Swinging around to the other end of the mat. Elbow down into your best side plank of your whole life. Lifting up into our side plank position. You can either use the ball or no ball, up to you. And let's thread through for 10 on this side. 9, 8, 7. I hope my smile is contagious with this exercise because it's just the best. It works everything. I'm all about efficiency. 4, 3 to go. 2 more. Good job. If you are not pregnant, you can do this one lying on your back, but it's actually a really good challenge in a seated position anyway. So, finding your seated position either on your elbows or on your hands to support you, crunching through your back in a lovely C-shaped spine. We're going to bring one knee up to tabletop, other knee out to tabletop, and let's lower one leg to the side and bring it back to center. Other leg to the side and bring it back to center. I really want you to control with your tummy muscles here. I don't want you to roll all the way to the side so that you're falling on the ground. I want a little bit of engagement through the lower tummy and upper tummy with this exercise, please. And we'll do 10 on each side. 10, 9, 8 to go. That's not too bad, is it? It's fine. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. A couple more ab ones to go. Holding onto your ball, feet down on the ground, into that C-shaped spine. We're going to bring our arms up overhead and down. Up overhead and down. We'll just do 5 of these because we're going to modify in a second, make it a little bit more fun. 3, 2, up overhead, look over to one side, back to the middle. Other side, back to the middle, and up into tall sitting. Scoop down, reach the ball overhead, turn to one side, turn to the other side, and then up into tall sitting. Overhead, one side, other side, tall sitting. Scooping down, overhead, one side, other side, tall sitting. Hopefully by now you're feeling a little bit of activation through your tummy muscles. If it's too much, don't come as far back. So if it's feeling like your tummy muscles are really struggling with this, you can just go about halfway. But see if you can push the boundary a little bit. See if you can go a little bit deeper. Arms overhead. One side, other side. 2 more. Scooping down. Arms overhead. One side, other side. Okay, getting rid of the ball now. Staying in your scooped position. Very last ab exercise for this workout. Coming into your scoop, and we're going to tap one hand to one side, one hand to the other side. One hand to one side, one hand to the other side, keeping that C-shaped spine. I want your obliques to be working quite hard on this exercise. Let's breathe. Breathe out with effort. And we're going to go for 10, 10, 9, 9, 8, 8, 7, you can do it. 6, if you feel like stopping, just don't, keep going. 4, it's not going to kill you, I believe. 2, and 1. Oof, good job. Let's have a reward and lie on our sides. So you can use your ball as a pillow if you would like, or you can use your arm, whatever you choose. We're going to do level 3 clams for this exercise. So what that means is it's a little bit different from your normal clamshell. It's maybe a smidge harder, but not crazy. Let's lift up your top foot. We'll lift up your second foot, and we're going to lift your top knee from here. So the same rules apply as your normal clam. Keeping a lovely neutral spine, a little bit of space under the bottom of your side that's on the ground. We're doing 30. If you're keeping up with me, you might have already done about 7. Push through. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lowering your feet back down. We're not quite done here. What we're going to do is tap your top knee to the front of your mat and then open your foot to tap the back of your mat with your foot. So, top knee to the front of your mat and then twisting open to tap the top foot to the back of your mat. Tapping forward and back, forward and back. Let's go for 10, 9, hopefully you're feeling your top glute working a little bit here. 7, 6, 5, really open up that top knee. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Ooh, give that glute a tap of appreciation. We'll make our way to our other side now for our level 3 clams. So you can either roll over or fling to the other end of the mat, whatever you choose, but I will talk you through it. When you're ready, hovering both feet off the mat, and we'll lift our top knee for 30, 29, 28, we're very close. Not long to go. 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20. Make sure you've got length through the side on the top. 14, 13, 12, 11. You might even feel your bottom glute now after what we just did. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lowering both feet straight into our other exercise, tapping your top knee at the front and then tapping your top foot at the back. Only 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Give that glute a lovely tap of appreciation. Say, thank you, glute, you've done a good job. All right, so not quite done, but getting close. Onto all fours now. Coming into a knee hover. And what we're going to do in this position is we're going to crunch one knee and crunch the other knee. Sort of like a mountain climber-y type thing. Mini mountain climber. Draw that lower tummy to spine. Breathing big. Let's go for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. If your wrists are struggling, you can lower down to your elbows. We're going to do some lift and lower knee hovers now. So lowering down, not quite touching, and then lift your bottom. Lower down, lift up. No rest, so your knees aren't actually resting on the ground. You're just hovering and lifting. 9 to go. Keep breathing. 7, lower tummy to spine, shoulders away from ears. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lowering down to the ground, shoulders rolling. Loosen off through your neck, and we'll come down into child's pose. Stretching through the front of your body, knees nice and wide if you've got a belly. And let's walk our hand over to one side of your mat for a stretch down one side of your body. And then gently walking your hands to the other side of your mat for a stretch down the other side of your body. bringing your hands back to the middle now. We'll come up into kneeling and we're going to do some side body stretches here. So a lovely wide knee position, and seeing if you can run your hand down one thigh and then reach up and over. If your hand can touch the ground, that's great. And then we'll do our sort of mermaid roll here, as though you're diving into the water, diving forward. Coming up into your side body stretch. And then back up to high kneel. Let your other hand slide down your other thigh as your second hand windmills up and overhead. Dive forward as if you're on a rock, diving into the water, gracefully of course. Into your side bend, windmilling back to the first side. One more on each side, letting that first hand slide down the side of your leg. Reach your top hand up and over. Dive forward as if you're trying to dive into the water off a rock. Back into your side bend, windmilling to the second side. Feeling that lovely side bend, twisting forward as if you're about to dive into the water. And then give your shoulders a roll. And you have survived. Well done.